makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit 500 subscribers, and I am happy, very happy. So I want to just make a video discussing what are the future plans for this channel, how it's going to keep growing, hopefully, and what's all of your role in this. So first I'm going to start explaining why I made this channel, and the reason is, well, just because. I saw a lot of people starting to do YouTube videos, things like that, and I figured, well, why not? I think I can easily jump into this space. I started making the first videos around March of this year. These were all kind of private videos that I just wanted to see, how it looked, whether I had kind of the ability to speak. I consider myself a really good public speaker, but you can be a really good public speaker, but it doesn't mean you have like a good video presence. So, yeah, it was a bit awkward, to be honest, to see my face and hear my voice more than I've been used to. Again, that's the difference between like public speaking. You're not actually seeing yourself. So this was a bit weird for me at the beginning. I think I've gotten better. If you look at some of the older videos, I'm definitely kind of more of a natural at this than I was at the very beginning, and I hope I keep getting better. So to celebrate this, I have released. So this channel originally had a different name. This was well before it was public. And then and the format that I was using at the time was basically doing like an hour-long segment on various different topics. And the first 3 videos that I made under that format, I've kept them private. They were public for a very short time, but I made them private because they just didn't fit in with the videos. After I decided that I was just going to do single segments, those didn't really fit in. So I've kept them private, and as of today, I am making them public. So if you go to my YouTube video list and you go all the way back to the very beginning, you'll see 3 videos that that are from the old format. One's in Spanish, and the other 2 are in English. And I wanted to do this as well because one of those videos kind of called out kind of Biden's inaction versus Manchin and Cinema all the way back from April. So yeah, I called it out back then. Anyway, aside from that, what do I want to? So I then decided to just make sort of single issue videos. It wasn't. I didn't really. I made the site public in April, but I didn't really publicize it outside of sort of my Facebook group and close friends until May. That was when I announced it on Twitter. And so I really consider May to be the birthday of this May 1st. I did it deliberately, May Day. That was the day that I consider this site to have been born, even though, everything before that was just kind of a beta test. So yeah, it's going well. However, I didn't want to just stick to this, 15-20 minute videos on, an important topic or news story. And I wanted to do kind of more, longer pieces, more, deeper dives into certain things. So there's going to be 2 different types of videos that I'm going to make in addition to my normal type videos. And one of those is going to be video essays. I've been spending the last couple of months every so often trying to learn how to use Premiere Pro. I did a small short on Jimmy Dore and Sam Cedar a couple of months ago. It was very short, but that was sort of my first opportunity of using, Premiere Pro effects and things like that. So now that I think I have some grasp of how to edit a video, I already have a script almost ready, not quite. And so I hope to start recording it and, editing it over the next week or 2. So expect it in about 2 weeks, hopefully less. Hopefully less. I'm not right now burdened with too much other work, so I could dedicate more time to it. I'm not going to say what it's about. All I'm going to say it's a leading figure from the online right, and it's not Jimmy Dore. That's the only thing I'm going to say. And yeah, I hope, I think, I trust I can do a good job at video editing. Obviously, there seems to be like two types of video essays on YouTube. Either super elaborate, super productions like you see from ContraPoints or PhilosophyTube. And then you have like this really stripped down, kind of like Sean. And to be honest, what's amazing about Sean is not the video, it's the content, it's what he says. So I hope I can at least do something that is, perhaps slightly visually nicer, and hopefully try and be as good as he is. I don't think I'll succeed at the beginning, but anyway, that is the objective with the video essay. So expect these to be a regular thing, at least one a month, maybe two a month. I kind of want to. This might mean that I might do a less amount of daily videos, because I've done usually like on average probably like one a day. But even if I don't do it as many, at least the current rhythm, I should still manage, 3 or 4 a week. So the other type of video that I want to do is I want to have conversations with people, people who are experts in their fields and on a topic that is of interest to you guys and to the general online left community. I have a lot of friends who are in academia. I have other friends who are work for think tanks or things like that. So I think I can manage quite a number of people to come in and talk about certain topics. And I already have one lined up. So this one's going to appear very soon, probably in a week or so. This one I am gonna reveal what it's about. It's about critical race theory. I have a good friend who actually teaches critical race theory at a university in California. So he's gonna be my first guest. We're gonna have a nice conversation on CRT, and like I said, this should be published sometime next week. So that's the first part. So moving into different types of videos that I'll be doing. The other thing is making this more interactive. I don't really have much contact with my followers. I do, since this is still a very small channel. Some of my videos do get a lot of comments, some of them don't. But I try and comment, whenever I see an interesting comment or when someone says something good about the video, I usually try and say at least thanks. So, but obviously that's not enough. I kind of want to have more contact with people. So there's really two ways of doing this. One is through streaming, and actually the original intention of this channel was to be a streaming channel, but I realized it was incredibly complicated to just be able to be there on a certain hour every day. And I realized this probably was not the best format. I still haven't given up on streaming entirely, but I'll be perfectly honest, I do not think I will be a streaming channel anytime soon. Unless eventually this channel grows beyond my wildest expectations and I have, enough time to like not work in all my other stuff, then maybe I'll consider it. But I do want to have an occasional stream or two, maybe once or twice a month. I definitely want to do like a 500 subscribers celebratory streaming in the next couple of days. So stay tuned. I'm going to announce it. But yeah, maybe do some streaming on a semi-regular basis. But don't get your hopes up that I'm going to be like 8 hours a day online like a lot of other people. No, that's not going to happen anytime soon. The other way, and I think this is really the easiest way for me to be in contact with people, is through Discord. Now, I've never used Discord. I recently just downloaded it and I set up a channel there, which I will again announce shortly. But I feel Discord is a bit easier. in terms of, for example, if I make a video earlier in the day, I can announce that I'll be on Discord, say that evening, for at least an hour, which is something that I can combine with doing other stuff and just, be there chatting for a bit. But I also want to use the Discord for two other things. One is to set up debates. One of the other reasons why I started this channel is because I really love debating. I'm a member of various London debate clubs. It's a fun activity, and if you've seen my Twitter profile, you'll know that I am very, very combative. So I love debating, and especially there's been some videos like my recent videos on Dave Chappelle, things like that have gotten tons of dislikes, tons of comments, and I'm like, hey, you wanna step into the ring? You wanna rumble for a bit? Good. So the Discord will have a section on how to approach me for a debate, and yeah, I hope to get more of these over time. And also, same with the Discord, have contact with people who might want to have again, if you're an expert in a certain area, you want to have a conversation on something that you think is interesting, that could be arranged. Or maybe you know someone, a friend or someone who's an expert on a certain interesting topic, want me to have a conversation with them. That will be a way in which we can hook up. So, and aside from that, just have a channel and people want to talk, whatever. I don't know. My days of being in chat rooms for hours on end are gone. I'll be honest, that's not something I'm going to be doing. But I can probably spare an hour or two every couple of days a week to at least be there. So after that, I still need 1,000 subscribers to be able to monetize. 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of viewing. I think it's 4,000 hours, something like that. I'm actually really close to the 4,000 hours. I actually thought I was going to get to the subscribers first, not the hours. But it turns out I'm almost at the 4,000 mark with hours, which means that I guess on average, people are viewing my videos more than most new channels, and that's a good thing. But still have some ways to go, and I'm still on track of apparently the average of getting to 1,000 is 15 months. So I definitely think we're going to make it before that. And I hope that with these other type of videos that I'll be doing, we'll make it get there sooner. So the other thing is, as I get to the 1,000 mark, which I think is like a symbol of certain prestige, that's when you get monetized. That's when you become a YouTube partner. I do want to have more conversations and debates with other YouTubers. So I want to start, weaseling into that space. Both the people that I like and the people who I don't like. So we'll see how that goes. Again, if any of you has, contacts with other prominent YouTubers, let me know. I'd be happy to have a conversation with them. And I don't mean just having conversations with like really big YouTubers, but sort of people in that kind of under 500, under 50K or 10K-ish amount of followers. Those are probably easier to set up with. So let's see how that goes. And again, if you're a YouTuber and you want to have a conversation on something interesting, well, drop me a line once the Discord is set up, or on Twitter. Twitter is probably the easiest. Just DM me. I sometimes don't get the notifications of a DM from someone that I don't follow or doesn't follow me, but I will check it eventually. And finally, not finally yet. The other thing is the content of the videos that I make. So my original intention was to make this a bit of a more intelligent site, talk about economics, politics, etc. Not exactly, I did not imagine myself doing videos on like Jimmy Dore and all that kind of, online left drama. I would rather not do it, but let's be honest, that's what gets my site its most views. So, I have to, if I want to grow this channel, I have to follow the algorithm, and I have to dedicate a certain more amount of time on those topics that I would have wanted to if the algorithm favored other type of content. So unfortunately, or fortunately, if that's why you subscribe to me, yes, there will still be tons of Jimmy Dore, Glenn Greenwald bashing, etc. Um, Tons of that stuff. But eventually, once this site gets bigger, if it does get bigger, I do want to start, you know, not talking about that much. Uh, and finally, well, again, not I'm getting ahead of myself. Relating to this 1,000 subscriber mark. So 1,000 subscribers is when you get monetized. But I'm not going to kid myself that I'm going to make much money out of YouTube because, frankly, if you make videos on political issues and especially very controversial issues like racism, things like that, it's more likely that your video will be demonetized. So I would suspect that given the content of my channel, probably the majority of my videos would be demonetized anyway. So YouTube is not really a way in which I will make money. And, obviously I want to make some money out of this. So I'm going to start a Patreon account. And again, I'm going to announce this quite soon. And I'm going to take advantage I'm going to make an offer that a lot of you might not refuse. And that is, since this is still a small channel, I don't expect only, maybe a handful of you might end up subscribing on Patreon. So first of all, I want to be clear about something. I will not have exclusive content on Patreon. I do not believe that. I believe if you want to support this channel financially, it should be within your means, and it shouldn't be by denying you any of the content that I do. So rest assured that I will never make like Patreon exclusive videos. I will not be like, um, you know, Patreon subscribers get a 24-hour early access to a video. I don't see that happening. I'm really uncomfortable with that, to be honest. So I need to offer something else. And so that something else is, at least now, while the channel is still small and I don't expect many Patreon supporters yet, I will have a Patreon category where if you want, I will make a video for you. So if there's a topic that you want me to discuss and you want me to take a particular angle, discuss a particular aspect of it, this would be a video with the same quality that I usually do mine, 15, 20, I would say minimum 20 minutes. I can guarantee you that I can do it. And well, obviously this is not me making an ad. So if we'll have a discussion over what that angle is going to be and whether my view on it is one that you share. If you disagree with that, we can discuss a different topic. But yeah, I will make a video for you. So I hope that is interesting, and well, we'll see how many take up that offer. And finally, the other thing is I've really neglected my Spanish speaking videos. For the last couple of months, I haven't made any. And there's a personal reason for this. One is, obviously, most of it is going to be on Mexico, which is my country and which is where I am currently living. And I'll be honest, I find Mexican politics depressing because it affects me. For the same reason that I have talked about British politics, but not as much as American politics, because British politics also affects me as a kind of, I have been living in London for the last 12 years until about a year ago that I came here. And, I haven't gone back because of the pandemic. I'm moving back in March, but I don't know if it's going to be permanent again. I don't know if it's going to be temporary. So I'm a bit of a nomad here and there. I got one foot in Britain, one foot here in Mexico. And British politics also depresses me because I have a stake in it. It matters as someone who lives in London, who at least recently was a resident there. This does impact me. So that's why I kind of like American politics, because it doesn't impact me. Well, some of it does. Obviously, what happens in the U.S. affects Mexico to some extent, but I don't have a skin in the game. And so it's kind of easier for me to cover American politics in and feel more excited about it. Because if I was American, I'd be so depressed right now. I'd be seriously like, uh, I don't know what I would be thinking. And I'd probably want to talk about anything but American politics. So that's kind of the reason. But I do want to pick up the Spanish language videos because some of them had done quite well. And I'm currently writing a second book, which is on Mexico. I still haven't uh, I don't have a publisher yet. I will announce things in due course, but yeah, I do want to have, if it does get published, which I suspect it will at some point, um, want to have some volume of videos on the subject matter. So that's everything. Having said all that, I really, really want to thank those of you who have subscribed, those of you who constantly comment on my videos, those of you who have given me some very, very flattering comments. Some comments have been sort of like, "Oh, I'm afraid that you're gonna uh, shut down your channel because you have so few subscribers." And I'm like, "Well, it's a new channel, so really, rest assured that that is not. I don't see any reason in the immediate future, as in like labor wise, why I would stop doing this channel. And the more it grows, the less reason I would have to do this. So let's see how that goes. Until then, I really, really want to thank all of you who have subscribed, who have followed me, who comment. Yeah, I hope this is the start of a burgeoning community. Hopefully not as like fanatical as some of the other online communities, which holy shit, like I want followers, I want subscribers, but I don't want simps. Let me put that. I think everyone should be very cynical about who they follow. Just because I say something doesn't mean that you have to believe it. You are more than free to disagree. Yeah. So um, thanks again it's been really fun. This was a kind of an experiment for me that I probably did not expect to go as far as it did. And now that it has, well, I have the incentive to keep it going. So everything I said today in this video, I'm going to flesh out over the next couple of weeks. And I will be announcing, once the Discord is set up, I will announce it. If I do any streaming, I will announce it. If you want to be sort of more, sorry about that. If you want to kind of follow more the scheduling of what's going to come, I will announce this on Twitter. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter, please do that. And I will be announcing everything on Twitter. So until then, again, really, really, from the bottom of my heart, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the support. Thanks for your comments, especially the more flattering ones. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. And I will see you next time.